What's up, guys? Welcome back. So I'm in the garage again, and I'm just going to do a real quick video for you guys to show you how to change oil on your 07 Road King or similar bike if you have a Road King. So let's get going. Alright, so here's the tools that you'll need to do this job. You're going to need some sort of a long reach funnel. I use this one. You can get them at Napa. You're going to need yourself a ratchet, 3/8 ratchet, 3/8 extension, 5/8 socket. You can use a short or a deep socket, and then your oil filter wrenches. I like this one the best because it doesn't handicap you to any specific size. It's adjustable, as you can see, in and out. It does fit perfectly on here. It doesn't hit the pressure sensor or anything like that. Other option is a strap wrench here. These work great in tight spots as well. They're a little bit more difficult to use just because they do have a lot of flex. But either one of these will work. I use these mostly on the heavy trucks that I work on outside of here. But on this job, I'm going to actually be using this guy right here. You can get these anywhere. Amazon, Advanced, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Napa, you name it. You can get these there. You just got to go ahead and if they don't have them in store, you got to order them. But they are relatively inexpensive, and this will get you across a wide range of filter sizes. So no need to go out and buy yourself an individual oil filter wrench for Harleys or for whatever car you personally have at home. These will get you through mostly anything. Alright, so we're underneath the bike, and this is going to be, if you're sitting on top, it's going to be on your left hand side. This right here is going to be about a 5/8 socket. That's going to be your oil drain. If you're doing your primary, it's going to be back on that side a little bit, on the right hand side, but back just slightly. But this is your oil drain right here. So that's what you're going to take out to drain your oil, and then I'll show you where the fill is on the other side of the bike. Alright, so we're back on the top side of the bike. Your oil fill is going to be this right here. You just unscrew it and pull it out. It's also got a dipstick on it. So that's going to be where you're at. We're just going to leave it loose because we're going to drain the oil here in a second. Alright, so we're back on the other side of the bike, or towards the front. This is where your oil filter is. So when you're changing this, you want to be careful about that sensor right there. Sometimes it can be a pain in the butt to get a regular oil filter wrench on it. If you have a strap wrench, that's what I'm going to use. It's going to be a little easier to slide in there. Harley also makes a specific oil filter wrench for it with a relief for that sensor there. But you can do this without that special wrench, essentially. So let's get started. Alright, so we're back up at the front of the bike, and it's really easy. You just take this, spin it in a little bit, and when you turn it, it actually tightens up, and then it'll just spin on its own. Hard to do with one hand. There we go. Alright, once you get it loose, you just take it off a little bit, let the oil drain out of the filter. If you only take it off a little bit, it should just run down the front and not get oil everywhere. If you take it off when it still has oil in it and you pull it out the front, you're going to get oil dripping all across here, and then you got to wipe it off. It's a little bit of a pain. But that's it. You just loosen it up and then pull it off. Alright, so I always pre-fill the filter up just enough to wet the filter media on the inside. Don't fill it up all the way, because obviously once you turn it over to put it in sideways, it's going to leak out. But if you put enough in there just for the material on the inside of it to soak up some oil so it's not completely dry. Also, I get my filters from Harley when it comes to the oil filters. That's your part number if you have an 07 Road King. See if it'll focus. Good enough. So, real simple. All you do is take it out of the box, flip it over, take your oil, and just pour a little bit in. That's it. And then just let it sit there for a minute. It'll soak it up, and then you should be good to go. Alright, so take your new filter, put a little bit of oil on the O-ring, and then put it on. I go in through the front here, and put it on hand tight. Don't put the filter wrench back on it and wrench it down, because you won't get it back off next time you do your oil change. Or you might, but you might destroy it as well. So, just nice, hand tight, really tight, but don't gotta go too tight. Alright, so back on the other side of the bike, take out your oil fill. Put in your funnel, grab your oil. Alright, so we're using Harley Davidson's 2050. You can use any brand you want, just make sure it is for motorcycle oil. There is a difference. Don't ask me what it is, I believe it's a certain additive, but there is a difference. So you can use whatever you want. I personally, on my bikes, I usually use Mobil or Mobil 1. Sometimes I use the Harley stuff, just depends on where I'm at and what I get. But go ahead and we'll start off with adding 2 full quarts. So you're going to want to put that all the way in, just make sure it's all the way down, and then fire up the bike. Alright, you see the markings on the stick? Alright, so you're going to want to have it, because it's not hot, you're going to want to have it somewhere around the halfway to 3/4 full mark. Now we're right at the, I'd call that about a little more than half, maybe and slightly less than 3/4, but we're right here. So that's going to be enough for us. Alright guys, so I did end up putting another 1/2 quart in after starting it up, letting it run for a little bit. It took another 1/2 quart, so make sure you do check that when you're done. Overall, 3.5 quarts of oil, and it's good to go. So that wraps it up for this one. It's super easy. You can do it yourself. Don't be afraid to attempt it. If you have questions, comment down below. I'll do my best at answering them for you. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.